Hi guys, this is the year of the statement boot, and so if you've been reading the Mom Edit for a while, you know that we are like hammering the statement boot concept pretty hard, and the holidays are kind of an amazing time to talk about statement boots. In fact, I'm wearing some right now. But one of the biggest ways you can make a statement with your feet is sequin boots. And so we have been talking about specifically these Steve Madden's, these sequin boots for a while on the blog. We've been, referencing them and including them in roundups. And so I don't know if you guys remember, but the pictures of these online, they always look a little bit crazy. And so I couldn't figure out if it was crazy good or crazy bad. And so I decided to order a pair of these boots. And so let's start talking about these first, and then I have another pair I'd like to show you of sequin boots. So let's get this out of the way. All right, so these Steve Madden's. So these are the sequin boots. They're the gazer boots. They come in, for the sequin iteration, they come in both gold or silver. And they are that sort of flip sequin thing. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but you can just choose to flip them up or down. So you theoretically get two different color boots. I say theoretically because I've noticed that with the flip concept is it's never perfect. No matter which way you want to flip your sequins, there's always rogue sequins. Always rogue sequins. So you're never gonna quite get I think calling these two different color boots is a stretch. So primarily what you're gonna get is most of the color that you're hoping for with a bunch of random sequins thrown in. So my issue with these boots, fundamentally, is that I think they made a poor design decision, at least with the golds. I don't love that the gold flips to black. That doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't look that great. I would much prefer if the gold had flipped to silver, and then no matter which way the sequin had flipped, it was still sort of all shimmery, and I think it would have been a better choice. I don't actually know what the sequin boots flip to, so we'll look into that a little bit and let you guys know. So all of these warnings aside, I actually think these boots look just fine on, because there's something to be said for sitting here in front of a camera and going like this and saying, oh well, they don't flip perfectly. But once they're on your feet, because there is so much sparkle, it almost doesn't matter. And these boots, normally it's easy as zip. These boots are actually pretty comfortable as far as statement boots go. And I wear mine with smart wool socks underneath, and when it's cold and I want to be festive and dressed up, jeans and a sweater and some crazy boots are kind of a great way to go. So I want to show you what they look like once they're on my feet, because they're you can kind of see, you can see the clumps of sequins that are not cooperating. Rogue sequins. But once they're on, it almost doesn't really matter unless you're the really picky sort. So yeah, let me show you that. All right, so when they're down at your feet, they're totally fine. Kind of fun. All right, the second boot I wanted to show you guys is by a brand I've never heard of, Bamboo. But when I was in a random rogue hair tie. But when I was Googling sequin boots on Amazon, these popped up in the search, and I was totally intrigued because I like the multicolored sequins, and when you flip, you can go from a silver boot and then you go to multicolor, which is kind of a crazy idea. But again, the flip side of these sequins has a little bit more shimmer than just the plain black of the others. So again, they kind of work, but you guys, these are 40 bucks, and despite the fact that they are very high, they do have cushioning underneath the toes, which shocked me. But yeah, the reviews on these were so good that I thought I'd take a chance on a pair of $40 party shoes. So yeah, but again, it's hard to flip these sequins. So these are not a shoe for the perfectionists, but I do want to show, oh, maybe I'm flipping them the wrong way. I might be flipping them the wrong way. Let's see. Oh no, these are just cool. No, these are just not cooperating. But I think it's okay. So let me throw these on and you can kind of see, because again, when they're on my feet and they're, at the bottom of my outfit, the net result is just shiny, sparkly, and fun. And so, it's not a bad thing. All right, so I deliberately just swiped in random places on the sequins so they weren't anything close to uniform. So there's like big swaths of silver and big swaths of color, and it's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. So that's what I mean. Like, I think the design decision to make both sides metallic was a much better one than what the Steve Maddens did. So yeah, these are just like, I mean, they're high, but they're surprisingly comfortable, and they're 40 bucks. And these are probably my top pick between the two. The one thing I do want to point out is they are lower, so if you have like seriously cropped jeans, you'll see a little bit more skin. The Steve Maddens do come up a little bit higher, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know. These are pretty good, so.